Welcome to Drag the Lake.
I'm Pat.
Pat.
Hey.
I'm Andy.
Hey, Andy. I'm Pat.
Hey, Pat. I'm Andy.
Hey, you know what? You spent all this time welcoming us to it. I want to welcome you, Andy.
Hey.
You fucking piece of shit.
I'll take it. I'll take it. I am a piece of shit. Lemaire told me it was my fault the Eagles lost, and that's on me, dude.
Mm-hmm. It was directly your fault. It had nothing to do with AJ Brown. Bro, I want to say this. Can I say this to start the show out?
Whatever you want, bro.
I'll admit, and I'll probably catch a couple strays.
I'm probably gonna say a slur.
Oh yeah, no, that's a given. That's by you agreeing to let me talk, you signed a verbal agreement that you condone any slurs I say. So just heads up. But there was it was a thing I discovered. Not like something I've observed is the entitlement of
you lost weight and realized you still have a penis.
No, I don't have
what?
a penis.
I'm sorry. You know what? I'm going to let you talk.
No, both of those.
Pat, I apologize. I'll let you finish.
I have no idea what you mean. No,
what is a penis?
It's the entitlement of Philadelphia sports fans.
Okay.
And I think it's this weird thing where, like, I get it. If they're not performing and they're not doing well, I know tickets are expensive. And it's crazy to go out and see a product where you're like, what the fuck are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, what? It's hard to believe sometimes when like a team doesn't produce when they're
especially
too,
a lot
of have to go into right for a team to fucking click and like nail another team to the wall. You know what I'm saying?
Especially too last year they won that dang Super Bowl, right?
Right. Do you know what I'm saying?
And then
like, you just won a Super Bowl and like there's a bad play or two like in a row and the stadium is going boo. It's like, bro.
It's on the level.
They need you a little bit right now.
It's on the level too, dude, for real. Especially if like a whole stadium, like
I got to imagine. Team. What are you doing?
I got to imagine if I'm playing a game where we run a ball around, if they're playing, y'all ready for this? If they're playing jock jams and the stadium's cheering for me, I play a little bit better.
That's what that's for. It's not it's like a science. They actually the reason they do that stupid shit where they have the little noise meter on the side and it was like because it affects play. Like it's no matter how confident you are in your play or your decision.
Wait, that's not like a scientific measurement? That's not like a scientific measurement of decibels?
Yeah, the noisometer. When they bring the noisometer up on the screen, it goes, you gotta get louder. Whoa.
Yeah, I thought, obviously they bring a scientist in to bring that up. But it's like to measure the noise.
But it's this weird thing. If your team, absolutely shits the bed, is the one thing. Don't cheer them. I get that. You know what I mean? Or heckle them. Specifically, but just to boo, there's at one point the Eagles were trying to start a play. Usually it's customary for the home team when they have the ball, when they're on the offensive side of the ball, that they will get like a silent kind of arena, or stadium, so that they can plan their attack. And then for the other team, you get as loud as possible so they can't concentrate and they can't communicate. Mm-hmm. It's the simplest thing that like high school fucking kids get. But for some reason, you didn't get a first down. You guys didn't get a first down, and you're so angry you're gonna go, this is unacceptable. Like it's a weird thing that like I thought Edmonton and Toronto fans were stupid, but like Jesus Christ, man, like what are you doing booing your team? Be unhappy with them. But if you don't want to cheer for them, don't cheer for them. Or fucking leave. You know what I mean? That's a statement. Leave the stadium. But sitting there and
I think what happened
the whole time is kind of like, bro, you're just being an obnoxious cunt fucks.
I think here's what I think happens. Because I think people, you know me, I'm a big sports guy. I love sports. But I love it for this. I love it for the stories. Like obviously the Eagles, Philly teams are my teams. I grew up in Pennsylvania. It'd feel weird. I did have a stint in elementary school where I liked the Vikings because my dad liked the Vikings.
Very cool.
I found out
very cool merch, very cool jerseys.
Yeah,
very cool colors. I like all of it.
Yeah, dude, I have a soft spot in my heart because I liked the Vikings for a minute in elementary school. That's when Randy Moss was playing. Randy Moss is probably one of the coolest, like most talented football players there ever was. So I do have a soft spot in my heart for the Vikings, but at the end of the day, it's like Philly sports teams. But I'm really just a sports fan for the athleticism and the stories. And I noticed this with like the sports fan that will let the loss affect their week. You know what I mean? Like it'll affect their fucking mood. I think something happens when their team starts doing bad. The reality of how much emotional investment like creeps in, and the reality of what this actually is creeps,
and how little
what
control
this
you
actually
have
is
on it
creeps.
and your life.
How
It's
how
showing how
much
little control you have over your real life, also, and how
how much you how much your fandom doesn't actually matter, how everyone on this team isn't from your state, how just the meaninglessness of everything. And once I think that that comes into your brain, I think your only possible reaction is ah! Yeah, it's just them screaming over
it's so
it.
expensive, but it's like you're real time bandwagon fans. Like you are in real time going like, you're not doing well, I don't like you. And then they do something good and they go, yeah, I've always been a fan. It's like, it's not easy. Bro, I fucking like the Tampa Bay Lightning had like for a long time.
Wait, before you change your thought, that is the most real time bandwagoning. Yay!
Yeah.
Boo!
You're not doing
Yay!
good.
Boo!
I've
It's such a good
always
point.
hated you, and I don't believe. And then they catch the ball, and you go, finally. And it's like this thing where you're like,
Well, someone
the
fuck my wife.
up. Somebody fuck my wife already.
You're like AJ Brown, I hate you, and then he catches the ball. Get over here and fuck my wife.
It's like it's this weird thing. It's just so and that's what I like. It's a weird thing that like you think you're commiserating. You think if you're a fan of your city, that's weird. But it's also like it's cool. I understand it, but you have to understand nobody gives a fuck. So when you are the person that is real time saying like when your own team can't trust their own fan base to support them. Do you know what I mean? Like, do you think they want to fucking suck at their job in front of all of you? Do you think that's what like they're not trying? It's like whatever they're saying. I don't know what happened, man. I don't know. But do you think it might be a lot of pressure to fucking do that shit? And I know that's the thing that like a lot of people say is like, take it easy on them and all this shit. But it's like at least wait till right now to start bitching about it. If you're booing him, what's the motivation for him to fucking do really well for you? So then you'll cheer for him? He doesn't give a fuck about your cheers. You're right. He gets millions of dollars. And now the thing you're doing, it's such a specific kind of stupid that the fan base is doing, that where they go, hey, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to shame the millionaire into convincing him I don't give a fuck about him. Like making him know I don't give a fuck about him. He thinks
This
and he
is
doesn't
why
have to give a shit if I care about him, because he is going to get the money, and he can go at the end of his career go, I don't. It seems like a really toxic place to play, because like they like you when you do good, but then they immediately hate you when you do bad. Like all the fans are like, we need to drop AJ Brown. He's a piece of shit. What the fuck is fucking piece of shit? It's like, I don't know, man. The defense didn't stop all those other points. I don't.
Also, wasn't AJ Brown like when he was on the fucking what was it, the Texans or something, or the Titans? Was one of those? wasn't he like suicidal or something? Maybe you shouldn't yell at him so
just
much.
This thing where it's a stupid kind of like, it's a stupid tactic, but it's also you're all bandwagon people.
You know what it reminds me of too? It reminds me of the retardation in the UFC fan base, where you'll buy the expensive ass tickets to watch two little tiny guys fucking roll around, and you'll spend all the money, and you'll buy all the beers and and you'll do this and that, and then it's like once they start rolling around on the ground, because jiu-jitsu's a part of MMA, they'll be like, boo, stand up, and you're like, and you know the part that always irks
This is
me
one
is
of the
all of
mixed
these
martial
groups.
arts. This is one of them.
All of these groups, like UFC, MMA fans, and football fans. You're not included. You're one of the good ones, Pat. MMA fans and football fans are notoriously shitty to wrestling fans. I've
Oh
experienced
yeah,
this,
I was.
and
I
it's
was.
like
I've
you're
I've
the.
learned. Like it's a thing where like I was a wrestling fan, and I had to come to terms with like, no, everything's wrestling, and that's
But
not
then
fair.
you see all these fans. You see all these fans who go like, "Wait, it's not just like a fucking Michael Bay movie all the time. It's not just like an action film." And the immediacy to boo when it's not entertaining to you, and you're just like, "Yeah, go watch wrestling, dumbass. Go watch a fucking movie, dumbass." Like, if you want to, like, you're watching a live sport. Now, I know we joke about like Kalshi and all these betting websites and they're affecting the outcomes and yada yada yada. But like from your perspective, the agreed upon thing is like we're watching athletic men compete. It's simulated war, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Because I actually do, dude. I was thinking about this, and we might be able to expand into a broader topic. I was thinking about because I just downloaded that video game. I don't know if you ever heard of Warhammer 40K Space Marine.
Warhammer.
It's Warhammer. Yeah, they made a game called a sequel, Space Marine 2. You're basically like there's all these planets that are full of bugs and diplomacy's out the diplomacy's out the window, so you just have to go and shoot a bunch of people. It's just really like one man army. You got to save the fucking planet. I realized, I go like, oh, that's what these neocons who are like pro fucking up every country full of brown people is like. They're like, yeah, I just want to. It's just gay ass Lindsey Graham being like, yeah, I just want to go there and blow up all the bugs. You know what I mean? You're like, oh, just go play war, and you're like, that's why I do think like I don't think video games creates violent behavior. I think video games calms down violent behavior the same way I think football calms down this like need to, because we live in a civilized society and we need to cosplay violence. And I think the best way, and cosplay war and stuff like that, because we already got so much of it. We need to subdue those fucking urges. And it's like, so I'm not anti-football, but I kind of got a little off topic from where I was originally. But what were you going to say?
The simulated thing of like, it's almost like we also like there's somewhat of a simulated like public execution kind of shit going on. You know what I mean? Not directly, obviously, but it feels like the same kind of thing where if they would have put on the jumbotron at that time, make some noise if you want AJ Brown to lose his job right now. Like to get fired, right? Like somebody to come out, the GM to come out and go like, AJ, we're gonna have to ask you to get off the field. So go ahead and just remove your jersey. Just go and we already cleared out your locker. Like they, in the moment, they would have said, yeah, and it's like this weird bloodthirsty thing that, like, if you're watching at home, you're probably like, God damn, you're saying, curse words, probably some slurs, unfortunately, because it is Philadelphia.
And it's my house.
It's my house, but it's a thing of it reminds me of like public executions where people are being taken to being killed in the town square and people are booing them and yelling at them. I'm like, what are you doing? He's already not he doesn't want to be there. It's already not a great thing. It's not like, and if it to boo and to scream at somebody right before they get their head chopped off, because again, metaphorically, AJ Brown probably will get traded because he will take the brunt of the responsibility, even though if they win as a team, they'll go like, the team did it. We did it, guys. The fans will go, we did it.
Yeah.
We, all of us. And then if it's like somebody fucks up, it's not we failed as a team. It's that guy fucked up. It's all his fault because of those.
Well, that was always,
there's a lot of other plays that didn't go well too, right?
Yeah, that was always the part of sports that like never interested me, because I remember at a young age, I forget what game it was, but like it was like a World Series. It's that famous it was in the World Series, that famous play where the dude gets an easy ground ball at first and he just needs to scoop it up and get the out. Maybe Bill Buckner, you said? Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, Bill Buckner. Yeah. He needs to get the easy out at first, and he just fucks it up, and they get like 2 or 3 runs, and then everyone just goes like, "You're a piece of shit," or the dude who the bonehead who with the fucking headphones on who fucked up the foul ball or whatever the fuck it was, and then everyone just takes all their. It's like what you were saying, that dude becomes the sacrificial lamb. And you're like, bro, games are a couple hours long, and like there's other plays during the game. It's like when the Eagles like butt fucked the Chiefs and we were 1,000,000 points ahead. People weren't nitpicking something that like AJ Brown did when it's like, because you were 1,000 points ahead.
How many drop balls did he have in that game? Do you know what I mean? Like,
I'm sure he had some.
So it's like a thing where you're like, I've learned like a lot of times I'm a guy who I realize I'm cheering for a logo. I don't give a fuck. The town's whatever. The team and the history of that logo is what I'm fucking rooting for. It's gonna change. You can really like players when they're playing for you, depending on how they leave or whatever, or however they've performed while they're playing for your team. You can have your opinions on them. Like, you're entitled to that shit. I'm not saying you can't be a fan, but it's just like this thing where you're like, you fucking loser, piece of shit. It's like, watch out what you're saying, because it's you're a fucking loser, you're a piece of shit. But if it's a win, then it's we won, we got another title, we're going back, baby. And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
If you really want to
share in the successes and then fucking shame them for their failures. So fuck all the fucking pieces of shit that were booing their own team in their home stadium. I don't care if you don't like how they're playing, then don't cheer them. Then ask for a fucking refund. I don't fucking care. But like, I don't. And also, you're all fake fucking fans. Fuck you guys.
If you really want to break it down, though, like AJ Brown, he's still cooler than you on his worst day. He's
say it to his face.
Black, and
you know what I mean.
Black guy, cool hair. I love him. What other reasons can I give? No, but no, for real, say it to his face. I don't know. It's why, like, well, the other part of it too, it's why I always laugh where with like sports fans, I go like, you guys understand, like, it's why I don't feel bad that at the end of the day, my fandom of sports consists of, and I kind of mean this unironically, I just hope everyone has a good time, because it's like,
that's where you guys understand. I'm a fucking 39-year-old fucking piece of shit little Frieza. I'm a Frieza. I hope everybody has a good time and nobody gets hurt.
Yeah, it's like, you guys understand this means close to nothing, guys. Like, it's like the way people get fucking crazy, and then they because I've always been on the other end of like, maybe I pay more attention to it than I should, because that's like how I am. But I always just go like, no, I'm not mad that you guys like this, but just understand, as a wrestling fan and all the other things I like, you're as gay as I am. That's always just been that's always been my gripe with sports fans, is they're just like, they think they're less gay, and I go, no, you just have a different kind of gay, and that's fine. Well, no one's mad at you.
For some reason, I think it's like, cool, and it's like, well, it's not like, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, it's this thing where it's cool to go like, let's go. It's just this thing where you're like, go. I don't know. You're in the. What you talking about? Are you after you say that, and then you sit back down in your plastic seat, and you're like, yeah.
Well, it's just like,
go. Home run.
Well, it's like anything. Anything they any version of it. Like, I was just bringing up any version of like, you think yours is less gay. It's like, fucking, I don't know. What did I just bring up earlier? Like Warhammer. Like, every sports fan would probably think playing Warhammer's gay as fuck. And it's like, I don't know, man. I gained a skill of like painting figurines, and then I'm actually moving the pieces on the board. You're just there. If you're there or not, the same thing will happen. You know what I mean? And the irony too of like, even with wrestling, there is a degree of like, if we all boo together, they will try harder. Like,
that's the thing where like,
I just realized that's the irony of wrestling. If you boo hard enough at a wrestling show, the two wrestlers who are pretending to fight will look at each other and go, bro, we gotta do something. This is crazy.
That's you know what? This is why they fucking tune in to Drag the Lake Live, you fucking assholes. You have no idea how lucky you are. Andy, you just completed a thought. You started a thought. I'm going to complete it. You ready?
Yeah.
If you don't like how AJ Brown's playing, you do one of these. This is bullshit. Start a chant.
This is
Start
bullshit.
a chant with how upset you are. But do not boo your fucking. They're not trying to fuck up. They're not performing. They're playing a game. There's strategy. There's real, and I'm not saying that there isn't strategy in wrestling. Again, I'm not trying to demean it at all. But if it is predetermined or something like that, they may not be realizing that they're becoming stiff and repetitive or whatever it is. So like that live reaction will give them the feedback to, like you said, in real time make a decision. But like,
well, the
they
difference
can't
is
just
they're
go
both
like,
equally.
"Oh shit, they're booing. I better catch the next one." Do you know what I mean? Like they wanted.
Yeah,
to
no.
catch the
Jalen
first one.
Hurts.
Like,
Yeah, Jalen Hurts next time in the huddle goes, all right, guys, they're booing. I think they want us to get
It's time to
touchdowns.
start
I'm pretty
trying.
sure they want us. It's time to start getting touchdowns, guys, because
theirs
mad.
isn't a performance. Theirs is actually like there's a strategy and,
Well, that's-
and skill into like the other guys are trying to actively keep them from doing it. That's not predetermined. Well, as far
Yeah, man.
that's the refs, but there's still
Yeah.
a thing where, and I wanted to just give Triple G a shout out in the chat, like Patullo. I've heard that a couple times. Patullo going before.
Yeah, Kevin, but he's like the offensive coordinator.
I get that, and that's another thing too. That's who you direct the boos at. Like I know you're booing at like just kind of you're booing at the whole organization, but like the defense is still kind of they're fucking trying. The kicker missed an extra point. Did you boo him? Did you tell him like, boo, you fucking suck because you fucking just you know what I'm saying? Like it's like
you
it's
stupid
crazy.
bitch, you kicker.
You can be upset. Like I like the what is it? The collective groan of a crowd. That's a lot more satisfying to me. Of that kind of everybody doing that.
Oh,
Because that's a genuine, real emotion. But like what you're just doing is visceral bullshit. Like it's bullshit. Like it's like you're the shitty parent in the crowd at the kids game. Like why can't you just let us? Like we all want them to win. Maybe good vibes would be a good thing right now. Maybe if we just go, hey, you know, come on, get up. Is that what you would do to your fucking? Is that how you coach your fucking kids team or your team or any other like amateurs or anything? Do you just go like, boo when they come back? You fucking sucked out there. That sucked. You should be fired. Sit down.
I guess for me too, it's like again, I'm not anti-sports. It's the like emotional. I'm posting links. There we go.
Wait,
Look
hold
at
on.
that.
Gotta get
They're
the
gonna
cup.
watch.
Get the
Oh yeah. We gotta get the cup.
I got yours, by the way.
You seriously got mine? That's so funny. That rules. Damn, dude, we could drink our fucking Bone Crusher cups together.
Coffee still. You know what? Honestly, that's the next thing. That's the next thing. Bone Crusher. The Bone Crusher name should live on through a specialized coffee that me and you create.
It was so fun. We should just start businesses and then give Bone Crusher residuals, and he's just like, "The hell is this?"
Give it to his mom, like in Forrest Gump, like Bone Crusher's mom. Bone Crusher mama couldn't believe it.
Bone Crusher's like, "Mama, I ain't dead. What the hell?
What the hell? Crazy?
Then why them white boys sending you money? I ain't dead.
I'm just plain stupid." Bone Crusher is that Bone Crusher.
Wait, let's double. Bone Crusher is Bone Crusher.
I just watched Forrest Gump.
Yeah, Bone Crusher's not dead. He's 54, so
he's not dead.
We have to send.
No, I was talking about the truck.
He's not dead. The truck. Oh, it's in the shop.
Transmission is.
God damn, I love that. That was such a good joke. It's in the shop. God, I'm so fucking funny. No, you know what it is? I like. It's the part that also drives me or fascinates me is like, it's so funny to put, because when I was like posting the links, I was like, now obviously social media's got everyone sort of skewed on, oh, I'm gonna post this crazy thing after they lose to show how fucking upset people like when teams lose, people post fake videos of like, it'll be so funny. It'll be like everyone in a garage watching the football game on a 20-inch, and then the dude Yeah, you're like, yeah, everyone would have left your house if they showed up and all you had was a
Right.
20-inch in the garage to watch the game. You're like, this is
You
clearly
know,
fake. But no, it's like the amount of like the amount of emotional investment you put into something that you literally have almost zero effect
yeah.
over is always like so goddamn fascinating to me. And then they talk to you because like I've seen clips too where it's like you'll see those clips where it'll be guys they'll just like I don't know, man. They'll just like memorize where every player went to college, and if you don't know as many colleges as they went to, you're now a
Yeah.
loser. And you're like, I don't know if I am, man. Like, I'm happy for you. That seems fun. That seems fun that you're doing that. You seem to be
Yeah.
fun. But there's this thing where it's like, oh yeah, you haven't memorized where every player went to college. You're like, I don't know if I don't know if I'm the less gay one. Is what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
It's a thing. Like again, they're
Because I know, sorry, well, another thought just popped. Because I've seen that online where dudes will be talking to me like, can't respect a man who doesn't know ball, can't respect a man who hasn't memorized these athletic millionaires' lives. And I go, you just memorized the thing you like. I memorized the thing I like.
exactly.
You know what I mean? I could do the same thing. I'd be like, you don't know you don't know the original lead singer of Norma Jean? You fucking lose. You know, no, you don't like music. So I don't give a fuck that you don't know that. But it's just, if you haven't memorized where every football player went to high school, you're less of a man. Okay, fine. Fuck me in the ass, I guess. Actually, you know what? Throwing that out there, guys. New Patreon goal.
This is not for education purposes.
This is for edging.
Ooh.
Kate, shit. Fuck, that sucked. That's called autism. Well, yeah, that's the other thing too. Like going back to like the Warhammer analysis, the Warhammer analogy.
That's also.
I mean, I'm
what
sure
you just did was called autism too. Bring it
What?
back to Warhammer. If you bring
Warhammer.
it back to Warhammer, you're
I'm into
autistic.
I'm into Warhammer right now, dude. But no, it's like the way that they like memorize stats. I go like, yeah, that sound maybe not. I don't know how Warhammer's structured, but it's like, yeah, that's what you do in fucking D&D. You fucking dorks. What are you laughing at?
Everybody, I mean, the comments. You guys are fucking on it today. I love it. I like how active the comments.
Oh,
are.
the comments are.
And Slav just comes. Twitch won't let me comment. But you're commenting. Oh, this is YouTube. Okay, I was just.
He's on YouTube.
I want to know what he was trying to say the whole time we were talking about AJ.
He was probably like, why is 14% of the population committing 50% of the touchdowns?
Which was like, nope, drag it. Nope. Nope.
No.
Nah, just go ahead, go to YouTube. It's just like, all right, finally. Jeez. That's hilarious.
Cheering for young men in costumes playing with balls is pretty good. Yeah, and like I want to make a clear point. It's just like I don't
We all got
because
our
football is fun. Like some of the most fun I've had since I've been down here was last season with all my friends watching Eagles playoff football. It was so much goddamn fun. The energy is electric and all that shit. It's just always the like, you know, I guess I have a chip on my shoulder because of all the things I've ever liked in my life. It's always been not literally, but sort of philosophically gay dudes saying I'm gayer and me trying to be like, we're both just as gay. Free yourself and realize you're gay.
Yeah, I think like I said, I think we all have our own like version of gay. We got our own gay. And not only that, but also like not a thing that like even that we obsessed over, but the thing that like I don't know, man. I was just saying that I think last week when we were talking about getting back to like the things that I want to do or I like to do. I'm not sitting there saying like these are the best funnest things to do ever. It's just these are the things I like the most out of things that are available to do. So like just realizing that most things are subjective. There are a lot of things that are subjective. So like the best thing in the world is subjective. The GOAT, that's another thing that I hear in sports arguments, and I do like the debating of it. Like there are like so many aspects of like why, in your opinion, why do you think that? Because I do the same thing with fighters. Everybody goes like, what about John Jones? What about what about? And it's like I have my favorite and also who I think is, you know, who would be considered the greatest or who could be considered arguably the greatest. Skills of competition, other like comparisons that I've seen other people make. I'm like, oh, that's a good point, blah, blah, blah. That stuff I like. But it's like this thing where you're like, the GOAT. And then you're like, LeBron's the GOAT. That's it, bro. It's like one of those things of like, okay, let's debate. Like, there's no debate. And you're like, yes, there is.
There is.
Yes, there absolutely is, especially with MMA. It's like a thing of like, what organizations did they fight in? Who did they face, and where were they in their career at the time? Because that's the thing of like, were they in their prime? Who was this? Who was that? Like, had the biggest?
How many whites were
How
in
many
the
whites
league
were
at
in
the
the
time?
league? Exactly.
Yeah, that's what they always say. Babe Ruth. It's like he didn't have to hit balls off Puerto Ricans.
Steroids, not steroids. This thing where that all this other stuff. It's
Yeah,
like, I love all like. I don't mind an asterisk. I don't mind a thing, but it's also like everything is subjective because you can go, this person won every single one. The Montreal Canadiens have like, I think it's the most championships of any professional team, I believe. Like any professional team, any baseball, NFL, any league, anything. So it's like,
yeah.
it's because you were playing in a league that was 6 teams for like a long time. And also,
Yeah.
there was a rule for the draft for a while. I think I learned this through Billboard. I think there was a version of this. I don't know how strict it was, but where like Canadian teams had first pick of Canadian-born players in a draft. Like an American team couldn't draft those players until a Canadian team passed them up. So like you had your pick of the best players who were from the country that invented the fucking sport. There were 6 teams. And you crushed those other American guys. You know what I mean? Because they had.
Also, you're Canadian. You better be fucking better. You know what I mean?
It's just a thing of like, I feel like that's an asterisk, but it's not. It's just a fact. And it's like, I don't understand. It's not subjective when they go, that is how many professional championships that team has. Unfortunately, deal with it.
I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's again, I'm not trying to yuck anyone's yum. Okay, sorry. Steph's in a meeting right now, and sometimes the stream fucks it up depending on what app they use. So I was making sure she wasn't being like, I can't talk about spreadsheets. No, it just goes back, and I don't like me. You know, it means a lot to me that I just purchased Butters on Fortnite, but that's just as meaningless. You know what I mean? Like, it meant I was so happy that they fucking made Fortnite into The Simpsons. But it's like, that's the other part of it. It's like, it's the meaninglessness of it at the end of the day. And then like, it turns into such the emotions that come from it. It is like, I don't know, man. It all does feel like it's like, I don't know, man. Is that just from like, it feels like you're doing this to avoid a lot of other things.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think it's just a like, like everybody needs a distraction because for the most part, like life in general is not always the best. So the distraction is I get to come here, like in open air stadium with other like-minded fans. And we get to cheer for this fucking team and chill out and like drink some beers and yell and fucking get this It's like it no matter what, it's supposed to be like self-care. You know what I mean? That's supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to feel like war. Or it's not supposed to feel like a battle, or where like you're gonna have to defend your team's honor in the stands. What if a guy's wearing a different color than me? I'm gonna have to beat him up. Like, just shut the fuck up. And again, like you said, that you listen to how stupid you sound. You don't understand how stupid it sounds after a while. It's not your life. It's not whatever. It's just a fun hobby that you've had for a long time. It's a really cool hobby that you've had for a long time, where you like to come out and chill with your bros in the parking lot, drink some beers, and go inside, freeze your ass off, and scream at some minorities.
You know what it is? Dude, this goes back to, and maybe I'm trying to make a self-fulfilling prophecy to make myself sound smart, but it always goes back to like, I was joking before. I've talked about this before, where I was like, I think a lot of people don't realize that they need religion, because it's like, you should I see those people working themselves up into a shoot at a football game. I go like, why don't you just believe in God? Because like, that is probably more healthy for you than screaming at AJ Brown. Because it's like, you know what it is? Again, it goes back, dude, for real. No, because it goes back to like, it goes back to like, well, a lot of people aren't like, if you take religion out of people's lives, they're not built for the absolute meaninglessness that is going on around them. And so they need to put that energy, like, people need their life to have meaning and to make sense and there to be like a story to go along with it and all this and that. So they latch on to things. And like, that's the thing, is like, everyone has this energy to create that. And like, if you're not going to go to fucking church every week, you're going to go watch fucking football and scream at Nick Sirianni because he didn't fucking do a good enough job or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Because that's what I realized too. That's what always turns me off about a lot of sports shit in general, where I go like, this is fun, this is cool, but like, I can't be on your level. I can't be this passionate. I can watch it and like it, but I can't be this fucking passionate about it. The closest I ever get is like UFC, just because when you see some crazy shit, I feel like that brings out like some primal shit in you way more so than like a technical sports game or whatever. But even then, like, UFC makes it easier to not get so well, yes and no, because like you get to know the players on a personal level, but also you're rooting for you're rooting for a specific man rather than an organization. So the guy in you won't let yourselves get too gay for him.
There's a weird thing that they do with fighting that I really appreciate, where they add the storyline, or they add the drama like through production. You know, it's there. It's definitely, it's no matter what they post or however they sell it in the package that they play before the event. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it's like, this is this one last dance and blah blah.
Yeah,
blah.
the hype reel.
Like, that's not what the fighter's really thinking of, but there is an element that is part of their game. Like,
yeah, without doubt.
You know what I mean? Like, they have that stuff where they go like, they build the story around the fight and the history of these two people. They find they find a story there. If sometimes it's easy, so if it's like Kamaru Usman and Colby Covington, actually really Colby Covington and kind of anybody who fights, but like, if it's anything like that, they know that they don't have to like make something up or you know, kind of shine it up. They can just go with like, he said this, you know, he's skilled, he's on this fight win streak, and then you're like, okay, there's a storyline now.
Yeah.
But like, that is not responsible of the fighters to do necessarily. They're supposed to like build fights and stuff. There is a element to that like is kind of shitty sometimes. The better shit talkers.
That's actually literally. Have you played the UFC game? Because that's literally part of the game.
You tweet or something like that. You
because
the fan base.
You have like so much. Whatever the points are every week in your training, you can either hype the fight or actually go to training. But like, they get mad at you if you don't hype the fight enough.
Yeah, and it's like, it's just funny because it's like that. I mean, in comedy, that's like a thing I'm noticing too, where they're like, you got to push tickets. You know, a lot of people are like, other people, hearing them say like, you know, oh yeah, they just keep saying that they want to have you know, whatever, like, make sure you're pushing this, make sure you're doing that. I'm like, all right, well, you know, I just wanted to do the jokes part of it. I didn't want to have to do like the promotion. But then you realize it's a lot more than that. You have to train, you have to do this, you have to spar, you have to do. But just to see in execution in a fight somebody perfectly slip a punch and then counter with a perfect combination, or like with a knockout or something, is just so satisfying to watch. The knockout, actually, speaking of Kamaru Usman, the knockout of Jorge Masvidal. I like Jorge Masvidal. I like Kamaru Usman. I think they're both great fighters, and I really liked both of them at that time. And watching that, it was one of those things where, like, it's not like sports. Like, if I watched my team get decimated like that, I would have been like, fuck, this sucks, and I hate this. I was like, God damn, that was fucking awesome. You know what I mean? Like, and a guy that I really like just got knocked out. The only time that happened, and it does bum me out, is Anderson Silva when he lost against Chris Weidman both times. Actually, really, anytime Anderson Silva loses, it really bums me out still. And it's not like it doesn't ruin my week or anything like you said, but it is a thing where I'm like, I am consummately rooting for Anderson Silva. And anything he
Yeah.
does. If he wants to be an actor, I think I want him to be the best actor, and I don't want anybody to say mean things about him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, it's that parasocial,
Oh man, yeah, Izzy losing.
relationship.
That was Izzy when because they were so depressing. They're such depressing losses that like
Yeah.
I
Well,
watched that guy fucking like he was the last stylebender. When you watched him fight, like that was like I was like, what the hell does that mean? And then you watch him fight, and you're like, God damn, that's crazy. What the fuck is he doing?
yeah.
And yeah, the one where the Anderson Silva breaking his leg thing was at a Buffalo Wild Wings, man. That was traumatic. That was like
You're
that
like
was on a big screen, and I was just like, why does this have to happen to my God? Why does he have to
yeah,
fall
yeah, you're
so
like
hard?
I barely finished my French fries. I was so traumatized.
No, I felt
It's just you being like another burger,
just two more orders of mozzarella sticks. What do you mean you're
two
closing?
more, two more burgers. Why are you kicking me out?
Yeah, it's nuts, man. I just but see, okay, so then a weird storyline with MMA that I don't even know if they could have built this storyline. Anderson Silva breaks his leg against Chris Weidman, right? And then a couple fights later, years later, obviously, Chris Weidman breaks his leg the exact same way against Uriah Hall.
Oh yeah, I remember hearing about that.
That's
I remember.
crazy. It's like a
Yeah.
John Wilkes Booth and John F. Kennedy assassination connection where they're like, secretary was named Kennedy and his secretary's named Lincoln.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
it's like that thing where you're like, how does this even happen? Because that's the only thing. Is the only other person I've seen that happen to in MMA, especially the UFC, is Conor McGregor. And it's like even his wasn't that bad. It was fucking crazy, but it wasn't like like
Well, his
lost
leg
your
break. Yeah, wasn't his leg break too? You found out later. You're like, oh yeah, he like broke that in training, and it was
He had
just
like a hairline fracture or something.
yeah, it was one of those when it was like bound to happen. That
Yeah.
you're just like, and then he acted like a complete fucking Frieza afterwards, and you're like, good, fuck you.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
Break the other one, you fucking Mick fuck.
yeah, it's like people. Yeah, people.
I say that with a full red beard. The Irish part of me said that, you fucking
You make fuck,
Irish bastard.
You fucking make fuck. But it's like when he broke his leg and he fell back and whatever like that. The crowd didn't boo you.
Yeah.
They didn't boo you.
Well,
You know
that's
what I mean? Like
dude,
it's like a
fucking,
thing where like what?
No, I was gonna say, oh, who's the touch butt in the park? What's his name again? He's like, yeah, you mind being touch butt in the park?
Oh, Nate Diaz.
Nate Diaz, yeah.
What's
Nate
the
Diaz.
impression? I didn't know the quote necessarily, but
Yeah,
I
that's
did
what
the
he was
impression.
talking. That's one of my favorite shit talking to Cotters he did, where he's like, you better play touch butt in the park. Like, yeah, Nate Diaz.
I like when he called him a gazelle, and then Nate Diaz goes, "Nobody knows
No,
what that
you
means.
know what that is, man.
Nobody even knows what that is, man."
Dude, Nate Diaz can say whatever he wants if we hung out. I'd be like, that's true. You're right about that,
I
Nate.
never even thought how lame he was. You're right. Yeah,
You know
George
what?
Washington. Fuck that guy. I can't say it how you just said it, but yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah, I'd be like,
Can you say that?
gazelles aren't real.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, Nate. Gazelles are real. No, but I remember there was one of the last fights he did. He lost it. I mean, he was badass in it, but he lost. And like the whole stadium was cheering the fuck out of him for like, hey man, thanks for just still doing it. You know what I mean? And it was just like, yeah, because it's like, yeah, we're not a bunch of fucking retards in this. Like, I do like a lot of casuals, like I said before, do boo the like jujitsu or if they're on the ground for too long. But I think at the end of the day, I think the MMA fans are getting it a little bit more. They're not as I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Well, I was gonna say the thing is like I can see domination on the ground, and then I can see when somebody's just laying and praying. You know what I mean?
That's
Like,
true.
so like I don't think it's the fact that as soon as they start grappling, whether they're still standing, I've seen that too, where they lock up against a cage, and they're fighting for position, and people are going boo. And it's like, do, do you want the other guy's hands free so he can just fucking crack you whenever he wants? Or do you
Yeah.
want to like, or maybe, hey, movement is a little labored. It's the second round. They're the adrenaline's wearing off, and now they're getting a little bit tired. So he needs a little bit of a rest before he gets like. You don't understand what's going on, so don't boo it because you don't understand. I've seen it plenty of times where Jailton Almeida, I believe his name is, the heavyweight. Almeida is his last name. I can't remember his first name. I think it's Jamilton or something. But
Yeah.
he's somebody that
Jamiroquai.
Jamiroquai Almeida. He's oh, damn, I wish I could remember the name.
I wish I had any Jamiroquai references.
I the one something reality. But it's a thing where like he has this incredible skill. He's incredibly skilled at jujitsu, but like he's incredibly skilled at like what seems to be competition jujitsu, which is he's going to outpoint you, but we're not doing points right now, bud. We're doing an MMA fight where we're scoring it with different kinds of points. We're like, how much damage did you do?
Yeah.
Like, you control time is great, but if you have 15 minutes of control time and the guy looks just the same as he did when he started, it's like, all right,
Same as it ever was.
yeah. So it's a thing where you can't have that. Like, there's no more. And I think Wiggerly's got it. The Ngannou, like his absence is definitely felt because he would have been competition for Aspinall. He fought Derek Lewis. I would have liked to see a rematch with them that like they actually fought.
Yeah.
That would have been nice because like you hear Francis Ngannou and Derek Lewis on a card and you're like, this is going to be great. But it is famously one of the worst main events of all time.
I always had respect for. I
because
always
of
had. Yeah, it makes sense. I always had respect for Ngannou, where he like immediately left MMA when he realized he could make more money doing boxing and shit. There was something about because his whole story. I watched like a 40 minute video about his whole story where he was like, where did he start? Where did he eventually meet white people at? Was it Italy or France?
Oh, he's from Cameroon and then
Yeah.
he went to France. He lived in France for a while.
That's right. Yeah, and he was like trying to.
And
It was
French
like,
MMA is budding. It's new. So like
Yeah.
he that is pretty impactful in my opinion. But yeah, sorry.
No, you good. No, but yeah, his whole thing of like he tried to because basically their their anti-immigration policy is just like get out of here,
Yeah.
and then they let you try again, and they're like we caught you, get out of here, and then you
Yeah.
go back to the edge, and I think he was like trying to get over the border for like a fucking year, and then they found him sleeping outside, all this shit, and then it's like. They just found out he's like I punch real hard, and then he's doing MMA for a while, and then eventually he's like, wait, they'll give me $1 bajillion if I go to boxing. I don't have to fucking learn grappling and stuff. I just love.
That's what Tom Aspinall wanted to do. Like that's what his dad was talking about.
Yeah,
and like then he has the fight with Cyril Gahn, and honestly, you know, it's a thing where. The eye poking and the not having to worry about takedowns or kicks or anything like that, just worrying about your footwork, your endurance, and then your punching skills. Like it doesn't mean you can't go back to MMA either. It's a thing. But he also, like we talked about this in some of our old No More Heroes, but the Tom Aspinall coming from the gym, the grappling gym, the Snake Pit in I think it's North London. I can't remember where the fuck it is, but he's the place where essentially his dad was the first ever black belt in England. So
okay.
So it's a thing. They have that catch as catch can training and shit like that. Background and everything.
Yeah.
So like, but he's talking about going to boxing too, and it's like I think the thing is, if you are a striker, I think really the only training that like, I mean, obviously there's a lot of differences between MMA and boxing, but those prize fights and stuff like that, Francis Ngannou knocked Tyson Fury down. But it's probably because Tyson Fury wasn't taking him seriously. And you still have to realize he is still a combat sports fighter. Like, even though he's MMA, but like Francis Ngannou, essentially, in my book, watching both fights, he lost to Anthony Joshua. Definitely. He got knocked out. But then Tyson Fury, I feel like that could easily have been a draw. But I think they gave it to Tyson Fury. So It's a thing where
Gotcha.
like he can't box for sure, but it's also like he can't box because like I think he's like you said, he can just make money doing it. So it's like I can fight, and he still knocked him down. He knocked a world heavyweight champion down
Well, that's the
in
funny part
boxing, and you're like,
about.
damn, you just legitimized me, you idiot, you stupid fuck. I'm gonna get another boxing match now.
Well, that's the funny. That's the funny part. Why, like, it's so interesting. Why, like, boxing fans talk so much shit or whatever the fuck. Because it's like, yes, MMA fighters can go to boxing and hold their own, and we all like. That's a big thing too in life in general. I go like, yeah, there's a lot of stuff up for debate. Like you were talking before, you were talking about earlier. Like there is a debate to have on like, oh, what if prime Michael Jordan fought prime
yeah,
LeBron, not fought. I mean, maybe if they fought,
yeah.
that'd be fun. But like if they play like what if prime
Michael
Chicago
Jordan, LeBron James fight.
yeah, what if
Come on,
they did
motherfucker.
what if they did MMA? Like what
Can
if
you just play basketball?
No, Michael Jordan lost on a bet. He didn't want to pay. But yeah, we can have those debates, but then it'll be like there's still people who want to pretend that like yes, every single boxer would come to MMA and get butt fucked every
Yeah.
single time.
They say that, but that's also another thing. Is like people don't realize the crossover has been 100% MMA guys taking the bet. Like it's MMA guys going like, okay, I'll box you. Tony Ferguson, okay. Luke Rockhold, yeah, that was great. Anderson Silva, fucking Tyron Woodley, also not great. But it's like a thing where you're like, yeah, they're like, yeah, there's money in this. I'd rather lose a fight. They're shorter rounds. They're longer rounds. There's more rounds, but they're shorter rounds, so I get to sit more. That's cool.
That's pretty
what
fun.
else? I don't have to wrestle. That's pretty cool. If we grapple, actually, if we even come into contact with each other, they'll stop it and let us go back. And they don't stop the timer or anything. So that's really, it's kind of like the football of fighting, where it's like there's a lot of time, but not as much action as MMA. So like you go, okay, cool, that's great. But like the boxers, very rarely go the other way around, brother, because
Have they ever?
James Toney was one of them. He fought Randy Couture and he got fucking smashed. I mean, smashed. And it's because of the grappling. You forget it's a real fight. So like, if you're talking about like, we can go statistically, you can go. There is a little bit of subjectiveness.
Yeah.
With who would win in a fight, but it's like I'd say 9 times out of 10 I would take an MMA guy over a boxer because of how limited boxers' skills are and how multifaceted MMA fighters are. But it's also like that's why they don't take the challenge. That's why they don't go, well, I'll go from boxing to adding a thing where I know a lot less about as opposed to MMA fighters going, well, I'll just limit my skills to this one discipline.
Well, let me ask a potentially dumb question. Is there like does standard boxing training prepare you for a takedown in any way?
Standard boxing? No. Your feet
exactly.
Your feet are actually even completely like with MMA, your feet are supposed to be more like you have a wider stance and kind of more based.
Well, you're supposed to float like a butterfly.
You're not supposed to cross your feet. Yeah. No, that's boxing. Boxing.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying like boxing, you're supposed to float like a butterfly, Pat.
You do this, and then somebody just goes and just.
That's what I'm trying. Like, I guess what I'm trying to say is like, I feel like if every MMA fighter, whether they're good or bad at the ground game, they know how to do a takedown, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like every MMA fighter is just like, oh, just go for the takedown and then punch you in the head.
If I put him where he's laying on his back, he has not nearly as much punching power as he would standing up, being able to be in the position and to get it because
he's got to like use his legs to
it's all about footwork. And that's the other thing is like even the footwork is different because you're not supposed to cross your feet in MMA because of the possibility of being taken down, like somebody timing you moving and being able to capture both your legs. So like the same thing where boxing, you're just like, put him up, buddy. For the fact that boxing lasted a long time like this. Do you know what I mean? Like where they're like, put him up,
Yeah, and then didn't a gay black guy come in and really shake things up?
Yeah.
Yeah, you weren't ready for a gay black, you fucking dumb whites.
That dumb whites.
Dumb
Dude,
whites.
that's right.
Let's change the rhythm up. There was a funny. Did you see the movie Eddington, Pat?
That sounds familiar.
Joaquin Phoenix and Pedro Pascal.
Nope.
It was the Hereditary guy. Was like, I'm done chopping heads off.
Wait, the Hereditary guy is it A24 flick? Is it a joint?
It was it was an A24 joint.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the what's the guy's name? What the fuck?
I don't know. I must have lost
Ari Aster. He did Hereditary, Midsummer, whatever, Buzz Afraid, and then Eddington. Eddington was basically like about COVID, and this like whole town went fucking retarded. And it was just about how like COVID completely zapped everyone's brains. And then there's like a really cool nod to like CIA special ops shit in it too, which is fun. But I found I just wanted to show you. I found I found the lady with the most fried brain ever.
Oh, whoa.
This video was going around from the protest. Oh yes. Oh yeah,
breaking 9/11.
Breaking 9/11. There's another 9/11.
Little late, actually, about by 26 years or so.
You're a little late on your
actually quite late on your 9/11, man.
Yeah. little late.
Breaking 9/11. Yeah, that was a long time ago. We all saw it.
Yeah, we know.
Is that you're still talking about that? They didn't really break. They kind of. I think it was a.
I know you're not supposed to forget, but shut up.
It was a little breaking, maybe.
That's how I'm going to talk about breaking news. Controlled demolition.
Controlled demolition inside job.
The Fed have raised interest rates. Controlled demolition.
Buildings don't fall like that.
I'm just saying, it's never felt like that in history.
Wait, did we get a thing? Is this the first? Hold on, wait. I think I found an Andy thing. Whoever keeping track of anything 158, anything that gives a conspiracy or CIA nod in a movie it's solid. That's not why Eddington was solid, but I do appreciate it. Like that's it is a thing.
Well, no, I feel seen. I just feel seen.
Yeah.
I haven't been into the conspiracy stuff as much. I've been just listening to Dune on audiobook and playing Warhammer. I'm becoming pretty fucking cool, guys.
Nice.
All right, but yeah, this so a very sexy right winger, I'm assuming. It's all because I feel like whenever you see like have you ever seen Megyn Kelly?
Yeah.
Why is she so fucking hot?
It's crazy. I forget. Like she's hot. No, Andy, you're getting it a little twisted. She is hot, but the kicker with her is she's actually also kind of like beautiful.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like when
she's gorgeous.
It's a weird thing where like there's like some pictures of her where like her at the news desk where like I think it was when like every once in a while I honestly I really don't know a lot about. I know she's like a
right wing lady.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. But she's like a Fox News broad, right? Or she was.
She was, yeah.
So,
She
was
got like
fired or something.
Yeah, I think they made that movie about her with like Margot Robbie or something,
and that's
where they
why
were
they
like,
picked her because she's like kind of stunning. I think that's the best way to put her. She's a fucking stunner. Megyn Kelly's like one of those things where like you see her, you hear Dreamweaver, and that's why you don't hear some of the shit she says, and you're like, oh, that's dumb.
Yeah.
You go, oh, she's beautiful.
I will give her credit though. She does. I've listened to clips of her where it's like she does get some stuff good. Where she does get some stuff on point where you're like, yo, you don't need to know things. You're so fucking hot.
Yeah.
But no, it's like that's always like
baby.
Baby. No. What are you doing, baby? You're so beautiful. Stop knowing stuff.
Yeah.
But That no, it's like it's always a
Girl.
consistent
You gotta
girl.
stop knowing stuff so much.
Girl, what you
man.
doing learning all about
Girl,
Venezuela and shit? You just
don't-
sit there and be so fucking pretty.
Let me worry about stuff. Don't worry about stuff.
Don't worry about stuff. I got
Worry
that.
about
I'm
that
the big
body.
ugly. I'm the big ugly monster. Why you worrying about stuff? But no, it's always a consistent thing where it'll be like, I'll be like, all right, this is right wing news. I'm a literal Abercrombie model. Anyway, here's the situation on the ground.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah.
So I mean, I'm just walking around kind of just dazed-eyed because I was like, I don't know if it's the right thing to do. It feels kind of wrong being here in some way. I don't know why.
And why do you think? Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know, like, where that stems from. Like, I mean, part of it is being like a white woman that I'm privileged and I have a lot of privilege.
You're standing in the middle of the road.
So I feel like
Yeah, that's her privilege. She doesn't have to get hit by cars.
You don't have, by the way, white ladies, you don't have to acknowledge your privilege if you are directly in the middle of your privilege.
My
You know what I
favorite
mean? Like,
thing.
if you're right in the middle of a fucking intersection, just going like,
Well, my favorite thing too is like a white lady in an oversized coat and sweatpants and a shitty beanie, and it's like everyone look like. I'm not trying to be mean. No one's looking at this lady like, oh, I wish I was this bitch. And it's always women like that who are like, I understand I'm so fucking privileged. I go like, I bet few people would switch lives with you, ma'am. I bet you know what I mean? You're just like, God, it's just minorities looking at her like, man, can you imagine owning every Twilight book? She's
what
so
it's
fucking
like to cry every time you leave your cats at home.
yeah. What's it like to cry after watching every Harry Potter movie?
Hey, take it easy.
Oh yeah, my fault.
Too
My
close.
bad.
No, I was taking it easy because I don't literally cry when I leave my cats. I do get upset, but I don't cry. But with her, where can I might have missed this part. I apologize.
Oh, I didn't give a
Where
lot
are
of
they?
context. Yeah, this is
They're in Minneapolis?
I believe it's Minneapolis. Feels
this
wrong for
woman.
paying respect to Renee Good because she's a white woman who's privileged.
Oh, what the fuck? That's what she's saying?
Yeah, here, let me finish it.
Okay, I missed that context. I
No,
apologize.
that's
I'm
my
sorry, brother.
fault. I didn't even think about giving you.
I thought we are just making fun of her. How is she talking? I'm like, I feel like this is you just don't post this interview. You know what I mean? Like just because
tears
like
are not
Yeah.
always something that's helpful or necessary when black and brown people have been experiencing this for a long time. This isn't new for them, and so I don't know if that makes any sense in that way.
How
She
did
said
you
no.
decide that you should be here?
Wait, what? Wait, what happened?
she answered like I answer. I like this lady. She answers exactly how I would when she goes, I don't know if that makes any sense. She goes, no. And she I don't know if she was trying to say like,
this
no.
lady?
Yeah, she just goes, no.
No.
No, go on.
I don't know if that makes any sense in that way.
Not
How
really.
did you decide that you should be here? Or are you still figuring that out?
Well, I work
leave.
2 miles from here, so driving by, just
Not
I don't-
walking.
You know, it's like I'm here. I'm 2 miles. I can stop.
Yeah, it's just such like it's like, you know what? It's this weird thing where like she starts on the thing of like, I want to be helpful, and then spends the whole time being like, how is this all about
But
me?
I feel
like
so
is
guilty.
my
exactly how can I immediately make this
it's crazy.
immediate thing about me? And it's
Hold
like,
up, is my presence here gonna help or hurt? You're like, it doesn't matter that you're here.
yeah. What are you doing? Are you here to? Is there just a thing happening in your area, and you're like, I gotta be a part. You got a little FOMO, and I just feel weird. And it's like,
Yeah.
so it's you
Well, I
would
made-
rather. So oh man, if I'm so
I made
glad
a
I wasn't
tweet
this
about
interviewer
it.
because I would be like, so you would rather this be a black person? Is that what you're saying? That you would only feel more comfortable if this was a black person? So you wish she was black? Is that what you're
Well,
saying?
no, that's what happens.
That's strange.
This is why it's like, I don't know, man. I was kind of saying it before. People have this urge to like, it's the problem with modern society where like there's this weird drawback in human psyche that it's not hard to die anymore. Like you can just like, dude, if you really want,
Yeah.
if you really want, you can press a bunch of buttons on your phone and all your shit's just gonna show up. Like I was just I had a couple beers last night watching No Country for Old Men, and I was looking up Cormac McCarthy, and in minutes I like ordered one of his books off of Amazon and shit. Like you can just get shit right away whenever you need it. It can be 2 a.m. and I can have a book sometime today. You know what I mean? Like you can Instacart all your groceries, but like people still, it's like I was saying with fucking sports fans. You can't just like, I feel like you can't just take religion from some people or else they put it into something else. And you can't just like, everything getting easier took away this like need to solve problems or build something or help things out. But then also too, on top of that, I feel like people like this, they still like their comfy wumfies. So they're like, well, how do I do that? And then, you know, a bunch of like the ultra progressive, ultra left wing woke stuff started happening. And I feel like it honestly became this thing of like, bro, if you just glob onto this, you get to feel like you fucking did something. But the problem is fast forward to 2026 and you have grown women kind of like I made this joke on Twitter. I was like, all these people like gave themselves a lobotomy. I go like, you know, it's like you've now turned your brain into mush of just like an ICE agent shoots a lady in the head and you're standing there being like, does this offend a black person I've never met?
It's
crazy, dude.
You're just, it's snakes eating their own tail, like over, like, because it's this thing where you're like, okay, so I see, this was going back to my thing where like a couple of the shows that I listen to where the hosts are more like liberal and stuff like that are like, they say things of like, oh, you know, I double checked and he's a good guy, so we can follow him. And they say like good guy, bad guy, shit like that, because, and it's like, and also mentioning how senile Trump is, but while Biden was in office, not like bitching more about how people were bitching about him than actually acknowledging his incompetence and the fact that he was not fit to be president. And did not mention also the undemocratically elected representative on the Democratic side that year, where they just said, we'll just give you Kamala Harris. We won't let you vote about it. We're just going to make it Kamala Harris. And that's who you'll have to vote. And it's like, well, we didn't vote her in. Why wouldn't we go second place in a primary? Because we didn't have a primary. Because the Democratic leader was running again.
Yeah,
if you would have decided always, then, you could have put her as a candidate then. But that's the thing, is like,
because
you
democracy's
don't those. Yeah, it's
democracy's important if we don't think we'll get the outcome we want.
And that's what I'm saying. Is like, it's a thing where like now they're going after any of that stuff. It's this one-sided thing where you're like, okay, so you have trained yourself to only think within one party's lines, either side. Yeah. So logic loses everything. There's also on the other side of the aisle, there's that podcast. It's been in my algorithm lately of like, it's a dude and his wife doing a podcast.
Was that the one where I think you sent me the clip where they're like fucking being like, you're wrong about Trump, mom and dad are like, I don't care. He loves us. I don't love you.
He said it would be great. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, it's essentially a weekly, or I don't even know how often it comes out, but it's like a podcast of those things where you see people interviewing MAGA people at things, and they're like, life begins at inception. And you're like, the movie?
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah,
that's where life happens.
He's like, I don't know. I think it would be closer to like, you know, maybe, you know, probably, what was the other, I can't think of another Christopher Nolan movie. Maybe Dark Knight or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, but it's also, you can't have the party line thinking, because then it does this to you. And that's the thing, is the fact that it sucks, because I do notice a difference where MAGA people that are under the fucking cult shit, where they're just two cults at this point, because that's their logical thinking is gone, and whatever their party tells them to say or think is the thing. So their party, so technically she's right, is we're not supposed to give a shit about white ladies, because white ladies are actually one of the people that are contributing to black people's deaths, because they call it remember the lady calling the picnics and Karens and all this other stuff, that stigma. So me being here in support of another white lady looks bad, because I also need to be seen at black people dying, but I didn't know the last black person that died. And now you're just thinking so mechanically and stupidly, like a politician, that like this thing of like, you have to worry about your image. Just go support the things you support and stop worrying about being such a fucking dumb piece of shit. Like
Well,
if the world will let you know if you're a piece of shit. So like if you go there and you're there for the wrong reason, which I think is the thing she's realizing is I'm here just because it's a thing, and now it
yeah.
looks bad. She's like writing the story for people. You know, because she's just like, oh no, I've messed up. I've came here in the support of the wrong race of person.
Well, and
because
also
of this
too to
person.
like,
And plus, I don't even know who she voted for. Maybe her car just broke down, and she was actually helping the ICE agents. I don't even know yet. Oh no, what have I done? And it's like, just
what? Also
just
too
walk away.
But you know what's funny too? There's a whole other level to it where it's like she's realizing all this stuff, and then she doesn't have the common sense to just like know that if she says this to a reporter into a microphone, like it's like, yo, like fucking stew on that for a little bit. You're gonna look like you like she's already become like more than just it's more than a video clip. Like I've been seeing people repost this and they do the thing where they have like a paragraph on Twitter analyzing the psyche of America right now. It's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, you've memed. You're a part of like the internet zeitgeist now. You're a meme now. You fucking because you didn't take because you're so self-centered that you didn't take 5 seconds to go like, oh, it's like because a lot of people they get really self-centered and they think like any thought they have is like a special addition to the fucking universe, and it's like no, bitch, you're just coming off like a full-blown fucking retard. So like go home and think about shit more.
I think this, and you know what? I'm willing to give her the benefit of the doubt here, and I'm going to say this. I think because she mentions it, she's like, I live like 2 miles away, and she's probably on her way home, and was like, you know, that's just right down the street. That's right by like Rachel's house. I'm just gonna pop over and just see what's going on. Like I think she was just rubbernecking, dude. I think she was like, I think she was like looking at what was going on because, all right, so this is a throwback. Do you, by any chance, and maybe that somebody in the chat will, do you remember Terry Schiavo?
Yeah, the veggie lady.
That happened like in my county. Like that was like I knew where that was. I found out where it was, and you
didn't pay a lot of attention though because it was vegetables.
Yeah, yeah. I was like vegetables, and I was like, oh, the lady. And I went, the lady.
Tell me when they put some cheese on her.
And it was a big conflict, and it was crazy. Yeah, give me some cheese on it. But it was steamed. Vegetated steak.
Well, now I'm hungry either way.
So it turned into a spectacle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, what the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying? Let me just go.
Yeah.
Because I don't care. You know, I was like one of those things of like, I'm just happy it's not me, but it's a situation where I'm like,
not.
They're like, we should pull the tube. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? You're probably right. If it's not going to get better, and that was their wishes, and they go, no, it wasn't very clear. And plus, what about like just she's fine and she could come back. And it's like, okay, yeah, you're probably right too. I had no stake in the game. I just went down there and I found out there's like food trucks and people with signs and people were screaming.
There were food trucks at the hospital?
Outside the ALF, yeah. It's nuts. There was like trucks and things and like there was like it felt like a carnival. It was
that's crazy.
So like so when I get to if somebody with a news camera or anything, if somebody wanted to interview me, a streamer, if there was any kind of influencers back then, they said like, "What are you here for?" I would have sounded like
they walk up, they go,
"Stupid asshole."
They walk up, they go, "All right, Pat, Terry Schiavo, smash or pass."
I'm like covered in cheese.
Yeah, but like also too, like I guess what I'm trying to say is, and I do want to give the lady the benefit of the doubt because I made this like this was part of the joke I made on Twitter where I go like I feel bad for these people. I know I'm calling her a stupid asshole because she is dumb, but it's like I feel bad because there's all this shit in the world that just takes advantage of like well-meaning dummies. And this lady, she's a well-meaning liberal lady that just wants to help out. And then they were
spiraling.
Yeah,
she is just
and then
spiraling live on camera.
And then they just gave her a bunch of like commie bullshit ideology that just fries your fucking brain and turns you into like a good little fucking woke worker bee. Like that's what happened to her. But
talking points.
Yeah, exactly. The difference is though, like if a camera crew came out like and interviewed you, Pat, It would be like when you saw the interviews during fucking OJ, his high speed or his low speed chase, and there was people being like, "Yo, man, the juice is loose. This is crazy. Go!" You'd be there with fucking dyed hair, going, "Pull the plug, pull the plug." People, and then later in documentaries, we'd watch it and we'd be like, "Oh my god, we were such savages in the '90s." This lady's trying to have like a deep, prolific thought, and it's just like, "Hey, man, maybe you want to just let that sit in the oven a little bit longer."
Yeah, take a second and form this thought. It's like one of those things of just being like, you know what, I think I kind of lost myself in the analogy, or you know what I mean, like, or just saying, like, you know, I don't know if that even has anything to do with this. It's just a really emotional time, and it happened just a couple blocks down from my house, and you know what I mean, like just like close it out. Yeah, but it's like a thing. It's the same thing with the the beauty queens, like whenever they have their meltdowns or anything. It's like I'm like, shut up. It's not as much as the Megyn Kelly thing where I'm just like, don't have an opinion, shush shush shush. But it's like one of those things of like, I want to go, I want to just go like, they're just pretty ladies, man. And they ask them, the ones that they ask them of like, how would you solve the debt crisis? And they go like, it's like, man, that's not their. Just ask them, what do they think is really great about the world? I don't, give them a fucking softball, bro. This is how I would. Tonight Show. It shouldn't be. It should be. It's not even the Tonight Show. You know what it should be? Who's the guy? Who's the guy? Byron Allen should host all beauty pageants.
Oh yeah,
beauty pageants.
Beauty compageants.
Going forward, that's how unbeautiful I am. I would never be ranked. I can't even compete in a compageant. But like Byron Allen just going like, so you think world peace is really good, don't you? You know what I mean? And then they just go, yes, I do.
I do, Byron Allen. I do.
Yeah. So you love helping puppies. Tell me about that.
Nah, man, they need people like us interviewing them.
I mentioned puppies, and guess who showed up? It's Carmela, the puppy of the house. Carmela, the puppy of the house.
No, this is how I would interview him, Pat. I'd be like, all right, so hello, Miss Missouri.
Yeah.
What?
Interview Carmela. She's a
Oh yeah. I'd be like, Carmela, you're Miss Austin, Texas. But see, it doesn't work when it's a cat. I need you guys to picture like a Megyn Kelly lady. I would just be like, so Miss Missouri, you're so fucking hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that? What's that like?
Can I give you some money or something? Do you want some money?
Want some money from me?
Can I give you some fucking money?
Hey.
Can I hug you for a little longer than's appropriate? No, I completely. Well, oh fuck. What was the other point I was gonna make about that lady? No, it's also too. I feel bad because it's like a reflection of our like current political system where that lady just it's a natural human instinct where like people just wanna matter and they wanna help. You know what I mean? Like most people just want to help and they want to matter. So that's why she's like, I went here and I'm trying to be an ally, but then also they want to matter. So she's like, but also I'm making this all completely about myself. Yeah. But there's this thing where, and like, I don't know, I'm genuinely mixed about it because I think where human beings get the most like real deal fulfillment is on like a personal level. Like rather than sitting around being like, oh yeah, I learned all this about the news and I have the best hot take. I genuinely think you'll be more emotionally fulfilled by running a few errands for your wife over that. But also at the same time though, like our country is run by pedophiles that steal all of our money and give it to Israel. So like that is a big deal.
That's a part, yeah.
And you're like, what's the balance though? Like I can go run errands. I can't arrest the pedophiles. I don't like that's the. But
there's only so much you can do that you can be responsible for. So your presence is fine,
Yeah, I
gotta run to the bathroom real quick. I'm sorry, buddy.
Oh no, you're good, brother. And I think that that imbalance is what fucks people's heads up because, like, it is completely valid and important for people to be like, yo, just focus on what's around you. It's like on some fucking Jordan Peterson pre-benzo shit when he was ripping. It's like it's on some like clean your room shit. Cause that is very important. It's like, yeah, dog, clean your room. You should fucking clean your room. And that's the most important part. But also at the same time, if you look out your window and the other like all the houses on your street are on fire, like that's also a concern. And you can't just be like, well, I'll just make my bed again, you know? And but that's I do think there's a level of like helplessness in being informed with all this stuff that like fucks people up and it makes people act more extreme. And honestly, it goes back to our original topic why it's again, I'm not a fucking, oh, you like watching football, oh, you're a sports ball. It's just it's a conversation about priorities. And you know what? That's honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, Fisher, I got to tell you, brother, I've never wanted to fight someone more in my life. And I get not getting Laura Dern. I get it. But like Laura Dern does something for me, brother. Where are we talking? How'd the Laura Dern hate start? I don't know what it is. Cause honestly, too, you know what? There's something about she exudes snotty rich white woman, and I fucking love it. I get it. You don't have to love Laura Dern. But I love Laura Dern. And I love all these picks, but I'm trying to find a pick that you guys. Yeah, I don't even know what it is because I'm not even like sitting here like, oh, I'm gonna hit you guys with this picture of Laura Dern and you guys are gonna freak the fuck out. I'm not even saying like that type of shit, but there's something about when Laura Dern's in a movie and she's acting her goddamn tits off and she's being like, yo, Dunbar's on my ass lately. God damn, Dunbar. Let a brother fucking figure it out in real time. Yeah, she's got this like she's a type of white lady that I absolutely adore. Dunbar's on my ass. Brother. No, brother. Bryce Dallas Howard. Wait, what are we talking about? Oh, wait, what do we who's Bryce Dallas Howard? Who's that guy? Wait, that's a lady? Apparently you can be named Bryce and still be a woman.
Yeah.
Bryce Dallas Howard?
She got some fucking nice natties.
Oh, is she the lady with the gigantic titties in Mad Men?
No, that's Christina Hendricks.
Yeah, she's the best.
Terrific.
But yeah, they were talking about pretty ladies. Terry Schiavo's top dog brain. But wait, someone brought up Laura Dern, and then M. Fisher was shitting on Laura Dern, and I get not loving Laura Dern, but I love Laura Dern.
Laura Dern. I think she's is Laura Dern, not Laura. I don't think it's Laura Dern, but it's, you know how there's that Jeff Bridges and Jeff Daniels conversation or whatever?
No, who's hotter?
No, there's like the two people always get them mixed up or whatever.
Oh, okay.
I feel like that happens. Laura Dern and the lady from Ozarks and Truman Show.
Oh yeah, she got a bigger head though.
But when people say Laura Dern, I think of that lady. But
is that one that's one of yours that you get your lines crossed on?
Yeah. Hold on,
yeah, fair enough.
Get in here, fucking idiot.
Fucking dumb idiot. Who's that Miss Sloan bitch? I don't know. Who's that? Miss Sloan? I typed in Flown. Oh, yeah. She's a pretty lady. Who's that lady? Miss Sloan. Yeah. Whenever this lady pops up in shit. I'm always like, hell yeah.
Was that one? Oh yeah, that's Chris. Wait, Jessica Chastain. I thought that was Bryce Dallas Howard. Damn.
Yeah. Well, that's like who's the redheaded chick in Wedding Crashers?
Oh, Isla Fisher.
Yeah, she
Damn,
was always.
married to Borat. God damn.
I think they got divorced, Pat. Don't worry, you're still in there, brother.
I can still fuck Borat.
She also too like that would like she was a type of character that it was the same reason like American Pie made me love MILFs because Stifler's mom's character, not even like the prettiest lady in the world, but the character itself. I was at dude, you throw me a promiscuous broad in a film when I was a teenager. Like
Yeah.
I remember watching Wedding Crashers like Vince Vaughn, you fucking Frieza. Let her jerk you off under the fucking table.
Yeah, what is wrong with you? Why don't you like this? This is
I remember-
amazing.
Dude, they would do
You
that.
don't even know these people. Why would you be upset about this?
Bro, they would do that all the time in 90s and early 2000s movies where they'd be like, hey, here's a girl that every dude wishes they would have. The kind that's pestering you to fucking let her touch your dick
off under the table.
Yeah,
like, it's like one of those things. Just
it's becoming annoying. She's trying to jerk you off so much. And the dudes in the movies always be like, oh, I'd be like, I hate this so much.
And I don't know if that's what the comedy. I don't know if that's what the joke is supposed to be. For.
Well, that's
you know what I mean.
well,
like, is that the joke? Because then it's just frustrating to me. I don't like that.
No, it's
like how my wife feels about Curb. She's like, it makes me anxious.
Yeah. Well, it is also a thing too. Like I get it as a comedic device because like it's not funny to watch the guy get jerked off.
Yeah.
It's like it's a comedic device to be like you're going to get such good pussy and it's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but to like be annoyed by the under the table jerk.
Yeah, the under the table jerk, and they're like, "Oh, I don't sneak into my room and fuck me in my room here." Like it's like,
yeah,
what?
It's like you don't fucking know him. Also,
what's wrong?
Also, I've been there. It's easy to fuck a slut real quiet.
Yeah,
It's not hard.
I can disappoint a lady in silence just fine.
I'm gonna go piss as well. I'll be right back.
It's just gonna be me and Carmela then. All right, so it's the Carmela and Pat show. I'm Carmela. This is Pat. We're here. We're talking about babes. How do you feel about babes, Carmela? Carmela Soprano, kind of a babe. Edie Falco, not Edie Falco. Carmela Soprano, in my opinion. See, that's the other thing. I wonder how many babes there are, like babe-wise, because we're talking about actresses that are hot, right? But then they just happen to play hot characters that also not off. Aside from like Charlize Theron. Oh, you got a take? You got a take? No. Charlize Theron and Monster, something like that, where they like ug her down. I think it's funny to be like, who's a character that's hot, but like the actress is not necessarily as hot. What are you doing? So like Katie Sagal, I think is a pretty lady, but Peg Bundy is hot. Peg Bundy's hot as fuck, and Katie Sagal is a nice looking lady. Like I think she's pretty. But I wouldn't go like, oh, Katie's like, oh, But Peg Bundy, fuck yeah. Again, what I was just saying about like Edie Falco, fine looking broad, that's fine. But like Carmela Soprano, top notch. You know what I mean? Megan, the lady I had a crush on when I was younger was the lady from the sitcom from fuck, it's two names. What is it? Will and Grace. The Grace's friend, Megan Mullally, I think her name is. I know it's Megan Mullally, and she was always a big tease with her fucking titties, but also her character. Fuck, what's her name? I can't remember. Karen. We're full circle back to Karen's. We were talking about hot actresses that are hot that end up playing hot characters, but what about a hot character? Because I brought up this point, Carmela Soprano, but Edie Falco, not necessarily like a smoke show.
Yeah, Carmela.
Peg Bundy and what's her face, Katie Sagal.
Katie
Peg
Sagal's
Bundy,
pretty
super hot, but
Katie Sagal I've seen.
Pretty. You know what I mean? Isla Fisher is hot, and then she plays hot characters.
I mean, brother, I'd put it on Katie Sagal.
Yeah, I'm not saying like she's a dud. I'm just saying that, but Peg Bundy is like one of those ones where I'm like, Peg Bundy, I would fucking put it down on that bitch.
No, you're right. Yeah, Peg Bundy, big hair. absolute bitch.
Always
You're
wearing
like,
spandex, like in that weird belt and like super stripper heels and shit like that.
yeah,
Who is the bulk?
fucking wait, who's the one? Carmela Soprano is the best example because, like, no disrespect to Edie Falco, she's a lovely woman, but like, you don't see Edie Falco and go like, "Holy fucking shit!" But there is something once you get a couple seasons in, you're like, I would die for Carmela. Like, she's so fucking hot.
Yeah.
Just like an old, fucking bitchy, opinionated Italian woman.
And that's what I mean. It's like the characters being more like so much more like again I'm not it's not like a dud or anything like that, but like when you see how Elvira is a good example too. Elvira the character as opposed to the lady's pretty, she's like
Elvira.
yeah she's the spooky lady.
Oh yeah,
The
yeah,
big
yeah,
boobies.
yeah. Boobula.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Dude, you know what was a good talking about movies that guided my boner. We just watched again SLC Punk because that was like one of my favorite movies when I was younger, and we couldn't figure out something, and then Amazon was like SLC Punk's in 4K. I go, all right, sounds good. And I remember Heroin Bob's girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
I forget what her name is now. I'm on the spot. I forget what her name is, but Heroin Bob's girlfriend.
Balk. Okay, now I know Feruza Balk. Okay, sorry, I remember that. Sorry, I was trying. It was going crazy, and then now, yeah,
Trish. That's right. Trish. Yeah, and I just remember the one scene where it's like, yeah, the one scene where like he's like, yeah, I kind of want to. He's like, I'm kind of want to date Trish, and the one guy's like, isn't she like 30? And he's like, yeah, man, she's really fucking smart. I could listen to her talk for fucking hours. And I remember something about like there was something that instilled in me of like a hot chick that you actually though don't fit like. She's not actually like a full-blown retard. You actually respect what she has to say. There was always like something fucking hot about that. And I remember, yeah, Trish and SLC Punk definitely had a big part in guiding my boners through life. But yeah, that is another thing where it is like there's certain characters in movies where it's like personality-wise, like, oh yeah, I just remembered a tweet I had that kind of relates to this conversation vaguely where Winona Ryder, we all think she's a babe, but Winona Ryder in Stranger Things, you know, she's on fucking mom duty. But whatever Winona Ryder was doing this day, though, just just pouring milk on herself.
Well, no, she okay. So I think that was a thing. I saw some weird, how like Stranger Things is kind of flooding all over the place when people go, the show sucks, and they're like, but there's another episode, and everybody's like,
oh yeah, I saw that. Didn't the fans trick themselves into thinking there was another episode coming?
It's a yeah, and
that's so funny.
I really loved a lot of the theories, and I still think there was one that where like a documentary comes out today where they're like, is that the secret last episode where it's like it's a meta kind of thing. It's just this weird thing.
I love that. That's such a fun level of cope.
And it's like, and I keep saying like, I love this either way because that means either I was right and that ending kind of sucked, and it was like one of those things where like I know everybody's pulling out the little mistakes and everything, but I was just like, no, story wise, you didn't tell this doesn't make sense to the world you built and you showed us. So like this is unsatisfying because and then I go, so either I was right and all of you have to come to terms with that was just a shitty ending, or like they actually do have that extra episode. Even if it sucks, it's still, that's a fucking cool thing I think they did. But I don't think they did it now. I'm going to check out the documentary today. I think it came out today. So it's like a thing.
No, it came out like yesterday or the day before, but either way, it's out.
Yeah. So it's like a thing where I think it coming out and being like, I haven't seen anything of like any memes or anything on my timeline saying like, oh my God, it actually happened. It's so crazy. This is so cool. So I think it's just, I think everybody just worked really hard to make them feel bad and be like, oh, so is it actually this? Is this it? And they're just going, I don't know.
Well, you know what's funny? It goes back. It's actually there's a vaguely similar thing to like the football. You remember the joke I was making in the football conversation earlier, where it's like when football's good, it helps them ignore all their problems that they're avoiding, and then when it's bad, it's why they spaz so hard, because they have to like accept the reality of things. And there's a similar thing that happens with like when a TV show goes to shit, where Stranger Things, because they really acquired this sort of like Redditor, nostalgia obsessed, base level NPC audience. And it's very similar to why, like, I could have 1,000 like calm conversations on why Sleep Token's not actually that creative in a very specific, not just being a hater way, in a very specific, like, no, the way the songs are constructed isn't that creative. And it's like, it doesn't matter how logical of an argument you bust out. It's like, no, this is way more about the emotional feeling it gives me. And this show, like, I have a frail psyche. This show has to be good. This show has to be prolific. And if you break that apart, that means you're bad. And it's not that you're being a hater. The show's actually really good. And I think that's why Stranger Things fans might have worked themselves into a shoot to be like, well, they have the ending already in their head. Stranger Things, one of the best shows ever made. They have the ending in their head already. And then the show didn't end great. Because also, too, you got to imagine a lot of people watching it, they're probably young, or they're probably people who don't watch a lot of shit. And they go like, ooh, is this a new personality? And they got on the bandwagon. Yeah. And it's like, yeah, dude, you haven't, like, you and me have done that enough times where we've invested years in a TV show and the last season fucks us in the ass. You know what I mean? They didn't. No, you're good. They didn't go through like how I did. I went through Lost ending in a super suck ass way. They didn't go through Game of Thrones ending in the worst way possible. They didn't go, like, they haven't been let down by shit yet. And it's like this, it's still this like pie-eyed fucking positivity of like, no, there has to be something. And you go, no. Sometimes you'll invest years of your life and it won't follow through.
Lost fans right now are going,
yeah.
They are. Maybe it's that. Yeah. You didn't have to go through that real time. At least you got till the end, and they're like, wait, and like, but with like Lost, everybody was going like, I remember because I didn't fall for it, and I was just like one of those things where I'm like, I don't know, man. It doesn't. Then I still was a person was like, I don't believe there's a good show on network TV, like serious show. Maybe ER was a good one, but even then, it was like, as far as like compelling television, like I'm like it's nursing home TV. You know what I mean? It's the stuff I would see in every single nursing home, CBS, any of programming on those channels where like shit my grandma watched and people that in nursing homes watched. So it's like it's fine. I mean, it's fine. It has its audience, but it's like don't try to make it cool. And then we're like, but what about Lost? And what about fucking blah blah blah? I'm like,
yeah, you got your reps in already, and you're like, no, I
got it. I know what you're doing.
That's like when when I was dude, it's similar to like I was trying to explain that to someone about the Venezuela shit to be like why it's like, yeah, they're definitely lying to us, and they're like, well, why do you say that? I go, just every single other time they do this, they lie to us. I'm just going off, I'm going off history, but it's the same thing. You're like, no, I've just been here before, man.
Yeah, so I want to. This is. I'm so glad that this actually came up because this is unsatisfying for the franchise. People are now not happy about it, and it's okay. I don't think it ruined anything. You didn't love the ending, and that's fine. I don't understand the extra marketing that they did afterwards, where they're like, tomorrow it happens, and blah blah blah, and they're adding all this cryptic shit. Just not to pay it off, because then that stuff doesn't make any sense. That's what I was appreciating was like how they were selling the extra stuff. They were hinting, and then subtly hinting, then not so subtly hinting, then all this other shit. And now they're just pointing out mistakes by extras in these shows now, it feels like, where they're just like, look, they're all looking at the camera. You're like, okay, stop pointing out the fucking mistakes of all of our actors every second. Okay, I'm sorry I missed that in editing.
All that stuff's all
That's the only take I had.
All that stuff's really fucking annoying too, because like it's fun to point that stuff out, but that is sort of that's like a dumb guy's way of being like, I figured out your thing's not that bad, and you're like, yes, yes, they've been working on the show for years and hundreds of people work on it. And it's more, and you're like, yeah, occasionally they're going to accidentally leave a bad take in there. You didn't like get them.
So
It's like, yes, you know how you're at your job for 8 hours every day and you make mistakes constantly? They also do that, dude.
Yeah.
It's like,
right,
like,
and that's what I'm saying is like, stop. This is not a conspiracy, and this is not anything else. This is like, this feels like the Charlie Kirk thing, where you're like, you're looking. This is like conspiracy pareidolia, where you're like, you're finding like things. They just fucked up, man. Shut up.
Well, that's what
about
that's
the Under Armour part. Like, do you think that's connected with any of these other clips where like everybody's looking at the camera and you're like,
you're like, you know, and it's like, dude, sit back for 2 seconds and think. You go, okay, are they leaving secret messages for you, or did the show get bigger than they thought it was gonna, and they were forced to do it longer than they wanted to, and now in the last couple seasons they're phoning it in? Because I got to tell you, when you make a show in 2026 have a scene where a kid is coming out as gay longer than the final battle of the biggest monster in the whole fucking show, that when you watch it, it looks like an early 2000s Linkin Park music video. I got to tell you, it really feels like they're phoning it in.
Yeah. So this is. I'm so glad that topic came up, because I just discovered, and it was something that I think I've wondered about, because it is one of my more rewatchable series in my house. Is, I think, my favorite franchise, and I will argue probably one of the best franchises to exist. Low key, dude. You would never think I'm about to say this. Dexter.
As a man who is married to a woman obsessed with Dexter, it doesn't surprise me you say that.
But it's this thing where, have you been privy to all of the iterations of there's the original series, which I think has the first 4 seasons are incredible. The last 2, or I think it's 6 total.
Oh, yeah. The last two were bad.
I didn't love them. They just weren't great, and it's like stupid, weird storylines. But
I know the
4
whole
are like.
Yeah, I know the whole general vibe of it. I know like the shows that they came back, because I think you were saying you haven't watched some of the newer shows, right?
No, I got Paramount Plus because
so you're starting to watch them.
I'm watching them now. I'm watching when he was young Sheldon Dexter.
Oh yeah, young Shell Dexter.
And I'm there's multiple times where I'm pointing at the screen to my wife, and I'm like standing. I'm like, they are building these like because in the only one of the more unbelievable parts in the first Dexter series was like, why are these people so fucking stupid? They're cops. Shouldn't they be like, why are you here before any of us got here? You know what I mean? Like, why are in the certain scenes where Dexter's like, hey guys, I showed up early. I was just around the corner when I got my page. Or like every time he's always in the perfect place and he always says the right thing. But it's like this.
And then you watch the news
is building
and you're like,
those relationships where I'm like, of course, this is a person that they've known for now like 18, 20 years.
Yeah.
And they met him when he was a kid and they knew his dad. And like they have a personal relationship with this guy. They're not all just shitty cops. They're giving him the benefit of the doubt. And I'm like, they're adding so much more substance to the original franchise.
Yeah.
And even the one where like and it's a franchise that respects their fans, because they go, hey, we know that we fucked up. We're going to make a new ending for Dexter. And then they saw the response to that and how well because I really did like that. The one that he was out in Alaska or something like that. And the season where they came back to kill him off. And then they were like, is his son a serial killer? Blah, blah, blah. All this other bullshit.
Yeah.
And it's like, so then they're like, oh, that's pretty cool. Let's do fucking young Sheldon Dexter. They do that. That's also very good. And then I think there's also another iteration of it where they're like, let's do just another season of Dexter where we bring in like the heavy hitters. We got the midget from Game of Thrones. We got I bet Philip Seymour Hoffman would be there if he was still alive. Like they were getting big actors to come and feature on these Dexter episodes. And I'm like, this is the best franchise because they are the most respectful to their fans. They are putting in the effort and actual storytelling of like trying to tie in the original series with this young Dexter, where I'm like, wait, isn't this like I'm remembering some of these kills and you're kind of like going through it and he's still the dark passenger, so it still feels familiar. They have done such a good job with the Dexter franchises. I honestly feel like hands down Better than Game of Thrones. It's not even, to me, it's not even subjective. Game of Thrones don't give a shit about you. Stranger Things don't give a shit about you.
All right.
They don't fucking care about you. They're just giving you dragon shit, and they're going like, what if we went back 100? What's the other one? The cowboy one. Yellowstone. They're like, oh, cool. You're going to give us all your money? Let's just talk about this ranch 100 years ago. Let's go talk about it 200 years ago. And these people are just fucking eating it up, and it's nothing. That's substance. There's actual like layers.
I don't think Yellowstone's considered like a great show outside of I feel like everyone's mom loves.
That's like a streaming version of those old CBS shows I was talking about, the retirement shows. Like it's like we're like, oh, I just like seeing Tommy Lee Jones. It's so fun.
Yeah,
oh, wait,
I don't know. I don't know if Yellowstone's in the conversation for real. I don't know. Sounds like a wild statement. I've never watched Dexter, so I don't know.
Wait, I thought you just. So you don't watch them with her?
No, we tell each other about our interests. Yeah, I'm just me and my wife tell each other about the things we like.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It was there was some what
burn notice.
Yeah. I've been St. Ivan. Come on, man.
I've also heard people say stuff about Suits that was like.
I'm gonna ban.
Making fun of me.
I'm gonna ban St. Ivan.
No, just.
You know what? I don't know what my favorite franchise is. I know and this is super biased because I wanna open up a restaurant in an alternate universe, but like the season 1 of The Bear really did it for me. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's the best franchise. I also too though. Wait, why? I'm very curious. Why do you hate it?
What, The Bear?
Yeah,
it just feels repetitive to me. It's like, hey, he can't get his life together, and he's upset. He's got inner turmoil. It's my same thing of like I feel like what was the most recent? I don't know what season they're on. 4, I think, or 3, just recently.
3, or I think they just announced 4.
Like how how like the first one where he's like, hey, I left chef school, or I left this big restaurant that I was at, and then I went here, and I'm dealing with like opening this and dealing with some of my brother's shit and some past relationships and all this stuff, and then he opens the restaurant, and then he's struggling to keep the restaurant open, and then the next season I was like, it's like, okay, so the restaurant's open, still struggling to keep it open. I don't think we're gonna keep it open, and I was like, yeah. What so is it closed? And it's like,
well, I will say,
I was kind of like,
I'm not gonna
they're already stringing us on, and I was like,
yeah, I'm not gonna deny that it does, because that's actually a similar reason why I've been debating on. I'm like 4 episodes into Pluribus, or however you say that, and it doesn't feel like it's moving forward enough. Like it doesn't feel like it's moving forward at a tempo that I like. But no, yeah, so I get that about The Bear. I will say they do pace it along in an interesting way, where it's like first season is where the sandwich shop, and then second season is like we're trying to shift over to the high-end restaurant, and then season 3 is like, okay, now we're the high-end restaurant. So there is some progression, but there is something about. That's why I always say, like, I'm biased to The Bear, because I romanticize the idea of like running a restaurant and shit. And then also just the anxiety and the loud nature of everyone in the show I can also identify with. So that's why I never get
there. I think that's what it is. It's like, I don't love that environment. So I don't thrive in that environment. I like that environment. I've been there. I'm happy that it's part of my past, but it's like, I'm happy it's a part of my past. So like to watch it, I'm just like, yeah, when it's like the ticket keeps running up and he feels all the anxiety, I'm like, yeah, I hate that. I hated that feeling. I hate it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that, like being drowned in tickets and not knowing what to do on the flat top and just being like, okay, what do I do first? Like it triggers me in that sense of like, it's not entertainment to me. It's
that makes
real.
sense.
Maybe that's a compliment to them making the show. Like they put in the thought of like, they know how to really trigger kitchen people, but
that makes complete sense, because like there's part of me that watches that and goes like, I feel seen, but like if you're past that, I can. That's why I always say like I feel like The Bear gets shit on a little more than it should, because there's people did jerk it the fuck off when it first came out, where they were like, they'd be like, "Oh my god, it's so fucking accurate. Look at it when they're out on the smoke break, they're drinking water out of those plastic cups."
Yeah,
And you're like,
I do-
"Yeah."
To me, it wasn't like that. Yeah, I wasn't going.
You're like, "Yeah,
I
they
do
did
that." Oh,
No, but like people were like, "Oh, it's so fucking accurate at the restaurants." You're like, "Yeah, they did the base level of research and they did the thing that you all fucking do." And you're like, "Oh my god, it's so fucking thorough and blah 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 blah."
yeah.
But I do
It is one of
I
my
don't know,
favorite
man.
Barenthal. I love a Barenthal. I love that guy.
That's a good point. It's a quality
It's a
Bernthal.
quality Barenthal.
Actually,
I love that Barenthal.
We just started watching a show and it kind of sucks, but in a good way. It's called His and Hers, and Bernthal's in it, and he plays a cop that you can't tell if he's crooked or not. And it kind of sucks, but it's like really good at the same time.
He makes it worth it. Yeah, like it's one of those things where like when they brought him into
Fucking
Daredevil.
dead. Sorry, go ahead. Oh yeah, no, my mouse is just like not moving, and it's bugging the shit out of me.
Hold your pecker.
Yeah, it's like, I need to
This
come.
fucking thing doesn't do a goddamn thing.
I'm gonna have to stop this. I think my mouth is mouth. Yeah,
Yeah,
actually, my mouth is ready. No, let me get a battery because I legit think my mouse is dead.
All right, I can't change the camera.
Okay.
Sorry.
Now it went back. All right, there we go. Okay, never mind. It got some juice back. I am gonna have to replace it in a second.
We're gonna have to end it while we can.
Now, that's a good question though. Like, I obviously I'm not saying the Bear's the best ever. I just really identified with parts of it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever sat down and thought about that shit. What's like the best?
Because they're doing it now. Like there's Turtles, there's X-Men, there's like a couple of series and franchises that you can like appreciate the most. But like I feel like a lot of them they start to exploit their fan base. And I feel like Dexter is servicing their fan base. It's truly a win-win, because I just saw there was another person in here saying something about I think it was Triple G. Yeah, the newest season of feels like the OG first 4 seasons. I'm like, bro, the 4th season of Dexter, the main guy that he was going after is fucking John Lithgow. Bro, like that is John Lithgow. They had that caliber of actor. I feel like wasn't necessarily doing a ton of TV at the time. They do have that. Like West Wing was kind of the thing that they started bringing that shit in, like movie caliber people. I feel like, but like that was great. That season is so fucking good. I still enjoy it. I know kind of what happens and everything, but like, and even the books. Oh, I forgot about the book aspect of it. The books of Dexter, bro, are incredible, and they're different enough from the series that you can enjoy them separately. I feel like it doesn't have to be as similar, but like,
you know what I'm realizing?
So good.
I'm realizing I haven't front to back as many series as I thought I did, because like
Dune guy, you like the books, you like the movies, and you like the show, right?
Yeah, I like
franchise.
I haven't watched the show. I watched. I remember I watched like a little bit of it, and then for whatever reason I stopped watching it. I'm really into Dune right now. I don't know which one though. I would be like, is like, this is the one I fucking like. I do like Dune because I feel like it's making me understand, the political chess game that goes on in life without being so like emotionally invested. But
you used to be some of my old franchise. Some of my old.
Sorry. Sorry. Wait. The last thing I was gonna say is like for me it's The Sopranos, but that almost feels like cheating to say The Sopranos.
But then even the Many Kings of Newark, where you're like that movie they made afterwards, you're like, what are you doing? Like it was kind of like one of those things of like, oh, that's fun. Oh, that's like before. Oh, that's cool. And you're like, wait, hold on. Are you?
Yeah, but even with that,
there's some major plot holes here.
Yeah, but even with that, I feel like it still outdoes Dexter.
It was still fun. Oh no. Well, you know what? And that's the thing.
Dexter's better than Sopranos.
Yeah, dude. That's
a bold claim.
That's a tough thing to say, but I feel like with what they've done after the fact and some of the posthumous shit after the fame of the original franchise and shit, like the fact that the books are such high quality, the show is such high quality, then the fact that they're bringing it back and you're like, okay, here's the money grab, and you're like, oh damn, they actually put some effort into this. They're like, really, this is great storytelling. I love the entire like. It's one of those shows. It's one of those franchises because like some of my older franchises that I really liked were like Star Wars, the Of the Dead franchises. You know, the day, dawn, night, all
Yeah.
that. Like there's the many of these things where I'm like, these are the ones. This is my, like you said, this is my identity. Dexter doesn't have to be your identity. Dexter is just like a fun world that you go into, and no matter it be the prequel series, the postquel series, original franchise, the books or any of it, like you can picture this world and you feel like you can immediately go into that. It's probably how some people feel about the Avatar shits, the Lord of the Rings shits, the Harry Potter shits, any of those stuff. But like this is the thing where I'm like, I could watch any themed show around this franchise. And
You know
I
what
would
show
appreciate it.
you're making me realize, like, yeah, for me it's still Sopranos because like I've watched Sopranos and I've watched Dexter and Sopranos I stuck with. But you're making me think, dude. You know which one I wish they kept going and made a series because what you just said about Dexter, I felt that way, and yeah, yeah. You know what it is? I'm either a fan of hyper realistic or like over the top sci-fi or superhero shit. That's
Yeah,
where that's why Dexter sometimes like whenever I would try to watch Dexter, it would feel hokey to me because I'm like I default to either hyper realistic or like Dune. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm realizing one of those, and I'm a big fan of serial killer and government conspiracies. Fucking Mindhunter.
Oh,
That
Mindhunter's
was
great.
Mindhunter was one that I binged immediately.
Very impactful for 2 seasons for it still to be in like one of my top. I love that.
I would
that show.
rewatch that every time. Wait,
Yeah.
let's do it, and we should wrap up in a second because we got to go do panties. But honestly, I think for me, it's funny because like I don't feel attached to it like it's my show. But every time a new season comes out, I actually like binge it without even realizing I binged it. Like I'll be at the end of the season and go like, "Oh shit, I binged that." And for me, when it comes to comedies, it's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and I think it's one of the most outside of just being the funniest. It's also one of the most well written shows.
And the fact of like the creativity of each season just being a little different, enough different to where you're like, damn, this is again, that's another world I do like. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
You know what I also like about Always Sunny? They from season to season, they never had a gigantic jump in production value. Because I think that was part of the aesthetic.
Yeah,
Is
well,
like
that was the whole thing with him gaining weight, losing weight, all that other shit of him like being like, oh, by the 5th or 6th season, everybody looks so pretty and perfect, and you lose that identity of the show and like the characters, and
yeah.
it just becomes
Also,
like a
just how
meme
they
kinda-
shoot the show, how
Yeah.
they shoot it. They didn't get like the ultra HD cameras or what. I mean, I'm sure they did, but it still felt like you could put the last season up against season 1, and it's like it still has the same vibe. It, like they sanded down the edges and made it better, but like it still has the same vibe that I like.
Yeah, continuity wise, yes. Yeah, that was good. Yeah, that's a good point. I like that. This is a good
'Cause that-
conversation.
that
Tell
was
me your
always-
favorite franchises, guys.
Yeah, pound off in my ass. All right, we will see you. No. That's the Patreon we're doing.
Finger blast our comments with actually that's commenting.
If you join the
finger blast us. Beep, beep, beep,
Yeah,
beep, beep, beep.
yeah, finger blast in the comments. No, if you join the Patreon, you can come over and pound my ass.
Compound.
All right, yeah. So we will be back. Oh yeah, we should also tell you guys we had a conversation. I can't do 5 days a week, so we will be back Wednesday.
Yeah,
I don't like doing daily pods. I like doing
Felt good today though. Right?
try weekly.
Right?
Weekly.
Didn't feel like work today. It was fun, and I think we did good content. I think we got good engagement. I want to try to hit 100 comments before the first hour. I feel like we hit it right around an hour today. Goal for Wednesday. This feels like now.
Does
we're
it
like
say how many comments we hit?
It'll say like, "Congratulations, you hit 100 comments." Like,
Would
I go,
you like some head?
but yeah, your favorite franchise. Whether it doesn't have to span all books, movies, all this other stuff, but like for me, the best argument was the fact that it has good books, good shows. They didn't do movies, but like to me, it's better than Breaking Bad, Ozarks, any of that stuff. I would go over Dexter's.
This would be a good conversation because I thought about with walking. I was thinking about this when you were talking about Dexter, where you're like, "What's the greatest franchise that dipped in the middle but still stuck the landing?"
Yeah.
And that's a lot of them. That's a lot of them.
Did they end that? Did they end the original thing?
I
'Cause
believe
know they have
OG.
the offshoots now.
Yeah, I believe OG Walking Dead is done. Actually, I don't know that for sure. I just know Steph stopped talking about it, so I assume The Walking Dead is over.
Yeah, Walking Dead to me was I was a big fan of the comic book. Then when the show came out, I would still say I think the first episode of Walking Dead is a great zombie movie. It's an incredible zombie short film. And it's like an hour, I think, a little over an hour.
Yeah, it looks like no. I remember when you made that point. I thought that was a great point. Yeah, it looks like season 11 was 2021, 2022.
Yeah. So
holy shit, they didn't miss a fucking year.
Yeah, they were very consistent. And even when they were in their prime, where they were doing like Walking Dead, Talking Dead, all this other stuff, I would like to do that. That would be a cool thing if there was a show we gave enough of a shit about. Maybe the next season of Dairy we can do it, because like it's a thing that I didn't hate enough that I would definitely watch it. I watched the whole season and I didn't feel like a slog. It just
we should find that's a good idea. We should find a show that we could do week to week.
Talking It
or a different title.
No.
Sorry, that was really cunty.
No.
No, dude. Walking Dead season 1, 6 episodes. Season 2, 13, and then from 3 to 9, 16 episodes, and then 10 to 11, 10, 22, 11, 24. So for 12 years, or 11, 12 years, however you look at it.
Negan and Maggie. Sorry.
Did you just find out about that?
Yeah, I was just like,
that's one of the. That's where I was like, oh, you're not taking any of this seriously. You're gonna do a spinoff with Egan and Maggie, because
crazy.
You know how you team up with the guy that busted your Asian husband's head open with a bat? It's fucking insane. I don't give
Daryl and Carol makes sense, and that's the thing of like that was the Ross and Rachel of that show. Like, will they, won't they? And then Rick and Michonne hook back up in the Apocalypse, because I know he like got choppered out or something.
I don't remember.
I don't care. That's crazy. Negan and Maggie. Don't care. You don't care about your fans. Walking Dead out of the franchise picture, because you don't give a shit about your fans. You don't even give a shit about your fans. That's crazy, dude.
Walking Dead. You're out of here. All right, guys. What a